Hi guys, Coach Jess again. We're going to go ahead and do just a nice little warm-up stretch for you today to keep your bodies moving, keep them stretched out. So we're going to do what we would do all the time at the gym, just our normal daily warm-up. So go ahead and start by leaning over your wrist, okay? And when you're leaning over, just make sure you're not going to fall over, okay? And hold that for 10 seconds. Then what you'll do is you'll take your hands, turn them, and put them backwards. Okay, you're going to feel that stretch right through here. You don't want it to hurt. Make sure you're pulling back just enough that you feel a stretch, not enough that it hurts. Then going underneath, putting your hands down this way, pulling back a little bit. You're going to feel it stretch your forearm. Again, not enough that it hurts, just enough that you feel a stretch. Then you would go to the sides and rock back and forth. And you can do 5 on each side, which would equal 10. Okay? And you're going to grab a wrist and grab the bottom of it. And you're going to do 5 circles. When you're doing your circles, you want to make sure you're staying up over top of the wrist the entire time. Okay? Once you did 5 that way, you'll go ahead and do 5 the other way. Again, remaining right over top the whole time. Okay, then we like to add our ankles with our wrists. So go ahead and that same wrist you just did, you're going to do that ankle. So you're going to go up into almost a push-up position here, and you're going to lift one leg and dropping this foot down. Okay, you don't want your heel to be touching because you want to feel that stretch right at the back of your leg. So make sure you're out far enough. If you're up too high, okay, you might not feel a stretch. Make sure you're out far enough that you feel that stretch. After 10 seconds of holding, you're going to bounce a little bit. And you're bouncing through your toe. Okay, so your toe is the one lifting up and down as you try to drop your heel. And then hold it again for 10 seconds. Come on down. And then you're going to go ahead and repeat the other side. So again, grab the wrist right at the base and go ahead and do 5 circles around this way. Again, remaining right over top, and 5 the other way. Then we're going to repeat onto the other side of your ankle. So you go up, find that position where it stretches. It doesn't hurt, it stretches. And you're holding it down. Heel is up, hold for 10, bounce for 10, and hold for 10. Notice that when I'm bouncing, I'm not bouncing through my knee. Okay, it's going to be my toe. Then I'm going to hold both feet. Again, stretching them down. And then I'm going to bounce a little bit after holding for 10. I feel my toes. After 10 of those, I'm going to roll over my toes 10 times. So I'm going to come up and over and back. Up and over and back. Notice how my ankles are not turning out to the side like this. Okay, they're staying nice and tight together as I roll over the top. Once you did 10, you walk yourself into a standing pike position. Okay? Trying to put hands flat on the floor. If you're a little bit less flexible, you might be up here. Okay, if you're really flexible, you might be back here. Okay, whatever is comfortable for you. Stretching but comfortable. Then you're going to go ahead and open to a straddle. So you're going to be in a straddle position and you're going to be stretching through for 10 seconds. As far as you possibly can. Then we're going to do our arm swings. And we don't want our body to go over horizontal. Your arms are fine. You don't want your body to go past horizontal. So you're here. 1, 2. My arms are moving. My chest is staying horizontal. After 5, you'll stand up and you do 5 big twists. 1, 2. Each side gets 5. Then we're going to touch our toes. So we're really trying to open up these shoulders as we go down and touch, touch, and touch. Okay, really want to make sure we're stretching side to side. Then when we're done, we're going to stretch up nice and tall in the air. We're going to find that good potty position, and we're going to reach down and touch our toes again. Okay, and hold it for 10 seconds. Then after that, you're going to do these tuck to stands. I'm going to turn again sideways a little bit so you can see my heels. As you bend down, you're just dropping your bottom as low as you can. You're not lifting your heels off the ground at all. They're going to stay down and come back up. And you're going to do 10 of those. After 10, you can sit down into a nice pike position with pointed toes. Okay, pointed toes. meaning you're trying to get your toes to the other side of the floor. Nice tight knees. Again, we stretch up super tall and we reach forward as far as we possibly can. Okay, reaching past our feet. Some of you might be up here, some of you might be all the way down, whatever's comfortable, but challenging. Okay? And then after you've done that for 10 seconds, you can come up. Make sure there's no knee bends in that at all, okay? Because bending your knees doesn't actually help you stretch. Keep your legs straight and reach. Going into our bridge, so we're going to lie down on our back. And we're going to put our feet into our bottoms and our hands right underneath our shoulder blades here so that our elbows are up in the air, okay? And then we're going to push up into a bridge. Now when we're in our bridge, our legs should be completely straight and our shoulders should be right over top of those hands. Like so, okay? Looking at your hands, holding that for 10 seconds. Then you'll repeat the motion in pike, but this time you're going to do it with your feet, what we call flexed, okay? So your knees should be super locked out, your legs should be tight, you should be pulling your heels up off the floor. Stretch up nice and tall. This one, you're supposed to grab and pull your feet back further. So if you can just barely get to your toes, grab that big toe. If you can get to the balls of your feet, go ahead and get there. If you can even get to the sides, that's fine too. Okay, just really feel that stretch to the back of your legs. After you did that one for 10, you can go ahead and go back into that bridge position for another 10 seconds. And then after we do our pikes and bridges, we go ahead and do what we call a seal. So we're going to lie down on the floor on our bellies, and our legs and our ankles are going to be nice and tight together. And we're going to just stretch and push back with our head to the ceiling, stretching out that lower back for 10 seconds. And then we're going to go into what we call playful puppy. So when we do this, our bums should be right over top of our knees, okay? This part shouldn't move. But we're going to drop our bellies down and open up our shoulders by keeping our shoulders right out in front of us. So as you see, I start to bend my lower back and arch, and I'm trying to put my belly onto my thighs as I'm up and down. Okay, my arms are stretched way out in front, trying to open that shoulder angle, keeping it back. And you can hold that for 10 seconds. Then after that, we go on to our splits. So we start with a half split. So we make sure our back leg is nice 90-degree angle, okay? And then we take our front leg that we're going to use and put it in front. And we're going to point it, turn it up, make sure it's nice and tight. We're going to stretch up tall and just lean down and stretch over, trying to keep the hips straight, okay? If you notice to doing any of this, don't do that. You will not stay straight in a split. Keep your hips square and stretch forward for 10 seconds. And then you're going to push it forward. So you're going to push your knee forward, making sure it stays behind your foot, okay? And then you're going to straighten your back leg. And you're really going to feel that in your hip here. And you're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Then you may lower your knee, straighten your front leg, stretch up tall, and you will slide down into your split, trying to keep those hips square for 10 seconds. Then we'll repeat it on the other side. So again, we make sure that leg is at a 90-degree angle in the back, and the toe is pointed in the front. Stretch up nice and tall, and reach forward. Okay, for 10 seconds. Coming back up, bend, and straighten the back leg for 10 seconds. Down to your knee, up, stretch tall, make sure the hips are still square, and then slide down into your split for 10 seconds. Come on out, and then we're going to do our straddle. So we're going to jump right into that, and you can go ahead and do your straddle split and hold for 10 seconds. Most kids will be up on their elbows, okay, trying to get it all the way down. After 10, you can sit down in your straddle, trying to keep it open as wide as you can and sitting up nice and tall. Then you're going to point your toes, okay? Stretch up nice and tall and lean over ear to knee. Okay, so you're trying to keep this body nice and open and stretched here and reaching for your foot. For 10, and then you can stretch up again and go to the other side for 10. Okay, reaching, reaching, reaching. Then you're going to stretch up tall and try to put your belly on what we call a pancake at our gym. So try to get that belly down as flat as it can be on the floor. Some of you will only be to here, but maybe if you can move an inch, that's better than nothing, okay? So then you would repeat it with your flexed feet. But this time when you stretch up, you're gonna actually turn your entire body and grab that toe and pull back on it, okay? As you're trying to put your nose to your knee for 10 seconds. Stretch up, other side. Grab that foot, pull back while you try to put your nose on your knee. And then again, with your flexed feet, you try to do your pancake, going down as far as you can for 10 seconds. Then you can pull it into a pike, shake out your legs a little bit before you get up. And I just want to do one extra thing for your shoulders that you can do at home. So what you're gonna do is put your arms behind you, okay? Pinkies together is ideal, but if you have really broad shoulders, it might not work that way. Get your hands as close as you can together and slowly scoot your bottom out in your hands and try to see how far you can stretch those shoulders without hurting yourself. Okay, so don't try to go all the way down. If you have really unflexible shoulders, start off nice and slow. And that's the warm-up that we have for you today with stretching. So keep those muscles stretched and hopefully see you soon.